Let me introduce you to a friend of ours that has decommoditized the car business. This is Tim Chisuli, who is the president and CEO of Planet Honda in Union, New Jersey. And he is decommoditizing the business of selling cars. Chisuli's kind of a nut because he defines himself as an entertainer who puts on a show designed to make car buying a lot of fun. Now, I don't know about you guys. You know, cars turn me on. I like the idea of buying a new car. That's kind of a fun thing. The process of going through buying that new car, I don't know about you, I'd rather have the root canal. Why? Because every time you step onto a car dealership in the United States of America, what happens? You get swarmed, right? You got a couple or two or three people that are nonchalantly trying to fight their way out the door to get at you, right? Not at Planet Honda. Planet Honda, you walk across the lot by yourself, you walk through a glass door, very attractive receptionist at a very attractive reception area greets you on the other end and says, "Thank you for coming to Planet Honda. What can we do for you?" And of course, the defensive posture of the customer today causes them to get in that, karate position and say, "I'm just looking." That's right. I'm just looking, which is code for back off, leave me alone. Right? So what do they do at Planet Honda? They slap a badge on you that says JL for just looking. Which signals to the salespeople, back off and leave him alone, right? So Dawn, I come up to you, right, and you're the salesperson. I say, Dawn, I'd like to talk to you about the benefits on this new Honda Accord, because I'm really interested. Dawn's going to look at me and say, Kevin, we'd love to talk to you about the benefits on that new Accord, but we can't do that right now. Because you see, you're wearing that badge. And we have a policy at Planet Honda that says, as long as you're wearing that badge, I'm not supposed to talk to you. Because my sales manager might think I'm trying to sell you something. But if you'd like to take that badge off, I'd be happy to share all the wonderful benefits on this new Accord. Off comes the badge. What just happened, ladies and gentlemen? Psychological transition just took place. My defenses come down, my guard is dropped. All of a sudden, I'm ready to listen. Who set the agenda? I did. Who's in control? I am. Who's empowered? I am. I am. Can you imagine a dealership that'll take your car in on Wednesday night, fix it overnight, and give it back to you on Thursday morning, and if they don't fix it right the first time, they'll refund all of your money? Can you imagine a dealership that speaks 15 different languages? Why? Because Union, New Jersey is the melting pot of ethnicity and they want everybody to feel comfortable coming in and talking about a car. Can you imagine a dealership that's got a theater room in the basement? Why? Because they've done their homework. All the research studies say you and I are more willing today to wait for shorter services, tire rotation, tire change, oil change. And so what do? They put a theater room in the basement so you can go down, relax, watch a movie, check CNN, plug in your laptop, check email while you're waiting to have your tires rotated. That's not the crescendo, though. The crescendo is this. They understand that when you fork out $25,000 or $35,000 for a brand new automobile, that for most of us is a big deal. And taking delivery of that car is even a bigger deal. And again, they've done the research. They went out and talked to, sometimes when you just talk to your customers, they'll tell you what they want. What did the customers say? They said, you know what, we hate to go into the rubber room, we dicker over price, we finally agree, we decide yes, we want the car, and then it takes you 4.5 hours to deliver the daggum car to us. That's not fun. Does that sound familiar? I dicker over the house, I shop houses for 1.5 months, I finally figured the one, they accept my offer, I'm ready to go, and all of a sudden it takes 60 days to get through escrow. So what did Planet Honda do? They re-engineered the process and they got the process from 4.5 hours down to 40, count them, 40 minutes, including financing. From the time you say yes to the time you drive away in your car. And part of that celebration, which is what they call it when they deliver a new car, involves this thing. It is a $150,000 simulator. Turns half a G-force. Some of you who rode the Hulk last night understand G-forces. It's got a big screen in it, and it seats 5. Up on the screen comes Chisuli. You sit down, and you're on the planet. You got to get off the planet, right? So why not get off on a spaceship? Up comes Chasuli on this big screen, and he talks to you about the 2 goals that he has for his dealership, employees for life and customers for life, and how that is going to affect their relationship with you. Now, if you think this guy is a candidate for the nut house, let me give you the statistics. Okay, are you ready for this? He used to spend $450 per brand new car in advertising. Now he spends 1/3 of that. In an industry that turns its sales force over an average of 3 times a year, he turns his people over less than 0.5%. Last year, they sold 6,000 brand new Hondas. That was 45% more than their nearest competition, and 50% of those sales, ladies and gentlemen, came from repeat or referral business. Now, are you ready for the clincher? If you go buy a car from Planet Honda, probably shouldn't tell you this, you will spend, on average, per brand new car, $500 more than if you went down the street and bought it from the competition. What's that telling you today? That's telling you that if you turn an ugly process into something that's fun, into something that's hassle-free, give me a service guarantee, do something that builds value around the commodity, you don't have to give it away. And I would tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I don't need to tell you this. You need to go home and tell your colleagues this, because you understand this. But please, go home and tell your colleagues this. If you are negotiating solely on price, if your business is solely dependent upon price, you are probably in the process right now of cutting your own throat. Because how low can you go? What these guys have figured out is that to be remarkably different means taking a commodity and doing something to decommoditize that product.